You're sitting there, phone in your hand, reading the same message again. Maybe we should take some space. And the room goes quiet. Not loud quiet, that heavy kind. The kind where your chest tightens and your mind starts racing. What did I do wrong? Why do they always pull away? If I love them harder, will they stay? Or am I just not enough? Here's the truth no one tells you. They didn't pull away because you loved them too much. They pulled away because they stopped feeling emotionally safe enough to stay close. And no, you're not failing at love. This doesn't mean you chose the wrong person. Every single person who has ever loved an avoidant has stood exactly where you're standing right now. And by the end of this, you'll understand exactly how to shift the dynamic without chasing, without begging, without losing yourself. So they don't just come back, they come back differently. Most people think the answer is to try harder, to be more loving, more available, more understanding. But here's the real truth. The more you chase an avoidant, the less safe they feel. Not because they don't care, but because their nervous system reads closeness as pressure, and pressure as loss of control. And when that happens, they don't lean in. They shut down. They withdraw. What looks like disinterest is usually overwhelm. What looks like distance is protection. One person moves closer to feel safe. The other pulls away to feel safe. And both of you are just trying not to lose the connection. But you don't break that cycle by doing more. You break it by becoming different. Most people panic when distance appears. They text more, call more, push more. Because distance feels like loss. But beneath the surface, the avoidant feels suffocated, like they're being pulled into something they can't control. So inside, something in them is saying, I need space to breathe. And here's the shift. Instead of chasing, you stay calm. Instead of reacting, you hold your ground. Not cold, not distant, just steady. So instead of, why are you ignoring me? It becomes, I'm here when you're ready. And when you do that, their nervous system relaxes instead of resisting. That's when distance stops being escape and starts becoming temporary. Most couples try to fix distance by confronting it. They push for answers. They demand clarity. They say things like, why are you like this? Or, why can't you just communicate? But to an avoidant, that feels like emotional pressure. And pressure triggers shutdown. Because inside they're thinking, I can't handle this right now. So instead of pushing, you match the moment. You slow things down. You say, let's talk when we're both in a better space. You're not ignoring the issue, you're regulating the moment. And that shift turns conflict into safety. Most people accidentally reward avoidant behavior. They chase harder when ignored. They give more when they receive less. But that teaches the avoidant one thing. I can pull away and they'll come closer. And the cycle continues. Now flip it. When they pull away, you don't chase. You don't punish. You don't react. You stay grounded. You stay in your center. And suddenly something changes inside them. Wait, why aren't they chasing me? That's when curiosity replaces avoidance. And curiosity pulls them back in. Most couples overtalk. They try to solve emotional disconnection with logic, with explanations, with perfect words. But avoidants don't respond to pressure. They respond to emotional tone. Not louder conversations, not better arguments, not perfect phrasing. Just presence. So instead of long explanations, you say something simple and real. I miss feeling close to you. And inside them, something softens. That didn't feel like pressure. That felt honest. That's the moment the walls begin to crack. Most people slowly lose themselves in the relationship. They start orbiting around it, waiting, watching, reacting. And the avoidant feels it, even if they can't explain it. And it creates pressure, because now they feel responsible for your emotional state. And that feels heavy. So they pull away. But when you shift back into your own life, your own rhythm, your own center, everything changes. Your mood is no longer controlled by their distance. Your presence becomes lighter. And suddenly, they don't feel like they have to carry you. That's when attraction returns, because now you feel like a choice again, not a responsibility. Avoidants don't come back when chased. They come back when they feel safe to return. Not silence as punishment, not distance as manipulation, but space with emotional openness. You're not closing the door. You're just not standing in it anymore. And inside them, something shifts. They're not pushing me, but they're not gone either. That balance feels safe, and safety brings them back. And here's the part most people never understand. You don't get an avoidant to stay by needing them. You get them to stay by not needing them to stay. Not detachment from love, but detachment from fear. Fear of losing them. Fear of being alone. Fear of not being enough. Because when that fear disappears, you show up differently. Calmer, stronger, more grounded. And they feel it instantly. Something about them changed. Yeah, you did. And that shift is what pulls them back. Not force, not control, but quiet, emotional strength. This isn't about manipulating someone into loving you. This isn't about playing games or winning the relationship. This is about becoming someone who doesn't lose themselves trying to be loved. Because when you internalize this, you stop chasing connection and start creating it. You stop reacting and start responding. And your partner feels that shift before you even say a word. This isn't a checklist. It's an identity shift. From needing love to becoming someone who embodies it. And the truth that stays with you is this. The moment you stop chasing someone to stay is the moment they finally feel safe enough to come back.